Thank you very much. Let me just do my screen share. All right. Thank you everyone for logging into today's webinar. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my program, but before I start, let me just
Improving society runs in tandem with improving self.
To be able to use my acquired knowledge to positively impact children.
Reframe our perception on aging.
To advocate for people's causes and be a voice for them.
Telling compelling stories that matters.
To continue my lifelong learning journey.
Change has to start from yourself.
Make your mark.
Make your mark.
And make your mark.
For the greater good.
All right, just a short overview about SUSS. I think there are some comments in the chat, so I'll take a look at that at the end, all right? All right, a short overview of the SUSS. So we are actually one of the 6 autonomous universities in Singapore. We offer more than 70 undergraduate and graduate programs. We have full-time and part-time study modes. Each year we have over 15,000 students pursuing their studies with us. And basically today, I'm gonna focus on the Masters of Management program, all right? So a little bit about our educational philosophy, the 3H, the head, heart, and habit. Okay, and these are just some of the facilities and resources here at SUSS. If you do join us, you will be able to enjoy some of these quite fun facilities. Okay, so without further ado, let me just go into the Masters of Management and the Grad Deep in Management program, because I saw a chat note asking whether I'm going to focus on these 2 programs. Yes, so I'm going to share a little bit about these 2 graduate programs. So on the Masters of Management program, it is a program that is aimed at business executives to actually help them gain skills and knowledge that will help effective management of organizations. So this is a stackable program. You can actually start small with a graduate certificate in management, to a graduate diploma in management, eventually to the Masters of Management with a choice of specialization. All right, so from 15 CU to 30 CU to a 60 CU Masters of Management course. So some unique features about the program. We use global best practices, case studies that help you solve management challenges and business challenges. We have a variety of specializations, which I'll share with you later. This actually allows you maximum flexibility in the selection of your course as well as your specialization. All right, the courses are stackable, bite-sized courses, fairly small, from a grad cert to a grad deep to a Masters of Management. So it actually facilitates lifelong learning. In addition, we have case studies and industry guest speakers, which we constantly invite in some of our seminars. So why should you choose the Masters of Management? We have a flexible pedagogy and delivery. We do have some options for online courses, which I'll share as well in the slides later. The curriculum is customizable because there are some electives that you can take. So you get to choose what courses that you like to undertake depending on your interests, as well as your career evolution and growth. In addition to that, you get to choose your specialization. So the program is suitable for executives and managers. You learn managerial skills and knowledge in the courses within the program. And like I mentioned just now, depending on your career development, this is probably a good time for you to select a master's degree in management, business management, with a specialization that can help you, move into a new industry or a new phase in your career. So how it works, the Masters of Management actually have 2 parts to it. The first part is the Graduate Diploma in Management with 30 CU. The second part is your specialization. So let's focus on the first part. In the Graduate Diploma in Management, which is so-called the core management courses, you get to select any 30 CU of courses you see here, or you get to actually take up to 10 CU of SUSS graduate level courses. In some, you actually get to mix and match. You can choose 20 CU from this basket plus 10 from SUSS wide, including like the School of Science and Technology, the S.R. Nathan Human Development School, and other schools, or you can take 20 CU from this basket and up to 10 CU of MOOC courses. So what are MOOC courses? MOOC courses are courses that are massive open online courses that are offered by external institutions. So you can see some of the names of these institutions here, like MIT, Columbia, Kellogg, Cambridge. They are all very reputable and established universities. So we actually recognize all these MOOC courses. So if you take these MOOC courses from them during this period of your graduate diploma in management, we will recognize this as the CU. So up to 5 or 1 CU per course. If you do not like the MOOC courses, you can take our unrestricted electives from SUSS graduate courses. All right, so that's how it works for the grad dip in management. To recall, it is actually either 30 CU or in management here, or you can mix and match 20 plus 10. And if you take a look at the asterisk, we also offer some synchronous online courses. So that's what I meant about the flexible pedagogy. So this is just some sample of the MOOC courses that we actually have curated, and we recognize courses such as this knowledge management course in big data from EduX. And the other provider that we use is actually Coursera. So some of these courses, we do recognize them as well. 1 CU per EduX and Coursera course. We also have graduate level courses in our graduate certificates that you can choose from. So in the graduate diploma in management, because you get 10 CU of unrestricted elective, you can actually do your mix and match from some of these graduate level courses as well. So when you finish the graduate diploma in management, the 30 CU, you can also specialize. You choose any of these specializations to form your Masters of Management, which is a total of 60 CU. So 30 in management and 30 CU from the specialization. I'm going to talk about some of the courses in these specializations. So if you are thinking about a Masters of Management in digital marketing, the courses on the left, you can see this is just some of the word cloud of the courses in digital marketing. We also have financial technology, intellectual property and innovation management. Okay, the 3 courses that you saw just now are from School of Business. We also have from the School of Law, if you want to actually pursue a specialization in taxation. Non-profit management and professional life coaching, these 2 specializations are taken from our Esther Nathan School of Human Development. So the program structure works like that. We have an intake every semester, the January and the July. So right now we're looking at the July intake. And for the graduate diploma in management, you have up to, normally you can finish in 1 year, but you have up to 2 years to complete that. For the Masters of Management, you can actually do it in 18 months, as short as 18 months, and up to 4 years. All right, so in a semester, we have 2 terms. All right, so 6 weeks in a term, followed by a break, and another 6 weeks in the other term, followed by a break. So the thing is, if you're gonna come to school twice a week, you can actually finish 20 CU in a semester. That's why you can actually finish your Masters of Management program in as short as 18 months. The course presentation is about 5 CU courses that you see is actually run over 6 3-hour seminars. Most of our courses, especially in the management part, are weekday nights, although in some of the specializations, you have weekend classes as well during the days in the week, over the weekends. A class size is typically about 30 students. The course assessment for the different courses varies. We have individual quizzes, individual assignments, use of discussion boards for the synchronous online courses, group discussions, group-based assignments, class participation, individual projects, or exams. So some of the courses, especially the courses in the graduate diploma in management, we do not have exams. We do not use proctored exams. Instead, you work on an individual end of course assignment in place of an exam. All right, so this is important. The CGPA to be awarded a grad dip in management is actually 2.5 CU and above. And to graduate with the Masters of Management, you need 3.0 and above, which is 60 out of 100. That is actually not very difficult if you put in the effort to come to class and, you know, peruse the materials and participate in all the, the discussions in class. So we have very good program support. You have your seminar instructors, your professors. your program executive, Jia Jing, she's here today for the Masters of Management, head of program myself, and student counseling support. So what we normally do is we will also monitor our students along their academic path, progression. And if we see students that are, falling near to at risk, we will definitely reach out to you and, have some call or emails and exchange with you to help you plan your study. Okay. In addition to the support from the academic side, we also have teaching and learning support. We do have one-on-one teaching and learning sessions that you can actually book. So I do encourage most students to actually make full use of this, teaching and learning support and consultation sessions. So we have online support as well for teaching and learning, and also guidebooks for our students to help them with academic writing, academic integrity, which are actually important elements as you pursue a master's program. A little bit about our student profile. I think you might be wondering, right? So 38% male, average age 36 years old, average working experience 12 years. Okay, we have different students from different backgrounds in different roles and from different industries. So I actually tried to gather some student testimonials for today's event so I can share a little bit with all of you, because what's better than to hear from our students. So these are just some of the testimonials that you can see that I'm going to flash them across the screen. But basically what I gathered from the student is that, they found the learning pace for work-life balance very manageable. They liked the learning environment. They also enjoyed the online and offline mode where they can actually select their choice of pedagogy. And they felt that what they learned in class is able to give them better insights at the workplace. They enjoyed the effective and versatile teaching style of our professors. And in general, the whole learning approach and the whole learning experience was enjoyable and effective. A little bit about the professors that teach on this program. These are our full-time faculty members with PhDs in the area. They publish in the area. They have industry consulting experiences. Although from time to time, you will see some trainers coming into class to share best practices. If you need to find out more about the faculty, you can click on that link. All right, so this is just a slide that I thought I would like to share with you, because if you are a Singaporean or a PR, you do have some SkillsFuture funding that you can use to offset the cost of the program. If you are interested, you can reach out to me and we can actually talk a little bit more about the SkillsFuture funding. So basically, in each graduate diploma that you select, so the Masters of Management has two parts, right? You get up to 50% of SkillsFuture funding in each grad dip. So the whole Masters of Management program, if you can plan it properly according to the course selection and your timetable, you can actually maximize 50% of SkillsFuture funding if you are meeting some of these requirements, Singaporean, PR, and age group. All right. So if you'd like to find out more, you can actually go to the SkillsFuture website on the SUSS website to find out more about the funding and the courses available for SkillsFuture funding. This is my contact detail. If you need more information, you can drop me an email. For those of you with a mobile phone, you can actually scan this QR code, leave your name and contact details with us, tell us which specialization you're interested in, and we'll reach out to you, all right, to answer any queries that you might have. Okay, so I've come to the end of my presentation. So right now I'm looking at the chat. All right, so the first one from James is on the Masters of Management. How is it different from the MBA? All right, yes, we used to have the MBA at SUSS, but we stopped taking in students. The main difference is that the MBA has 70 CU of courses. The Masters of Management has 60. The MBA is generic business management without specialization. The Masters of Management allows specialization. The MBA, you don't get SkillsFuture funding. The Masters of Management, you get up to 50% of SkillsFuture funding. All right, so that's the so-called the differences. The MBA, you need to do your GMAT. The Masters of Management, no, you don't need that. We're going to do these interview sessions. We're going to look at your CV, and we're going to have one-on-one. Right now, it's done via Zoom call sessions with you to discuss the suitability of you taking the Masters of Management program. So we don't need you to do the GMAT. How is it different from the offerings in other universities? I would think, right, having done some research and based on what students have shared, they actually mentioned that our courses in our Masters of Management is actually very up and coming. They are unlike the traditional so-called boring courses like OB, HR. You're learning things like digital disruption, and one of my favorite courses is actually the future of work. You're learning, up and coming, quite, unique courses such as service innovation, leadership, customer experience management, CSR, data analytics. So these are actually quite impactful courses that you get to actually read within the Masters of Management. So if you compare the curriculum and syllabus in other universities, you don't see such practical and up and coming areas, because these are all new areas that we would see that there is actually a great need for people with the knowledge and skills in these areas. All right, so that's for James. Nicole, Masters in HCM. Yes, we actually used to have a HCM specialization, but starting July intake, the HCM, Human Capital Management specialization, is on hold. So we're going to revamp that. It's going to be more interesting when you see the new revamped HCM. However, if you take the Masters of Management now, you can still do the Human Capital Management courses from the S.R. Nathan School of Human and Development. Just that we do not offer the specialization in HCM, nor the Masters in HCM, nor the Grad Dip in HCM. You can do it through the Masters of Management by taking it as your free elective courses. Oh yes, Su Naidu, yes, your son, I hope he's here. Yes, he can actually start off with a Grad Dip if he meets the requirement, meaning he has a bachelor's, right? So he can start off with a graduate diploma in management, finish the 30 CU first, and if he's comfortable, he can then move on and transfer to the Masters of Management. That is actually a good approach for practitioners or working adults who are just coming back to academia and is not sure whether you can manage. So ideally, start with a Grad Dip. After a semester, if you're comfortable, stack it up, do a master's program. You will gain your confidence after, having gone through at least a semester of the program. All right, Winston, I think Winston, you have dropped me an email before. Yes, you can actually mix and match. You don't really have to do the GD in management first. You can do the Grad Dip in digital marketing first as a standalone, and then come in and do the Masters of Management specialization digital marketing. You can do that. It is all stackable and it is all modular. All right, so you can do GD digital marketing, then come back. Okay, the MOOC, depending, the first 4 MOOC that I just flashed out, MIT, Sloan School of Management, Columbia Business School, all those MOOC, you pay directly to them. It costs about $2,000 to $3,000 USD. Those MOOCs are expensive. They are synchronous MOOCs. You see the professor, US professor from a brand name institution like even Cambridge, you have to attend classes based on their timeline. The MOOCs run over about 3 months. However, you get a certificate from MIT, Northwestern College, all these, all these brand name schools. And if you think that those MOOC are too expensive, there are 5 CU MOOCs. You can do the 1 CU MOOC. Coursera and EduX MOOCs are affordable, about $50 USD to $150 USD per MOOC. All right. Daniel, does SUSS consider? Yes, you can actually give a try. We do consider applicants with bachelors from other universities, overseas universities as well, because it also matters how you actually perform in the interview session, and also the fit for you to be part of our Masters of Management program. If you are not sure whether you want to actually enroll straight into the Masters, you can always start with the Grad Dip. Okay, I'm looking at time. All right. Oh, the bottom of the slides is blocked. Okay, maybe by this box, I'll move this to the top. Okay, so Daniel, I answered your question. James, intellectual property is actually quite good. You can enroll directly to Masters of Management and pursue intellectual property. In the Masters of Management, we have 2 types of students. One group comes in knowing what they want to do. They enroll direct into Masters of Management, let's say James, IP, IM, directly. So when they start their semester, they can mix and match. Some courses from management, some from IP, some from management, some from IP. So they don't have to worry. So you don't really need to finish one GD before you move on to another if you are quite certain of what you want to do. Okay, all right. So I think, yeah, I think I will take all these offline and I'll hand over the time to my colleague, Dr. Wang Yue, who's going to share with you about the DBA.
All right, so maybe I start from here, but I think I will just spend a little bit of time on these slides because I guess all of you who attended this online session are definitely interested in pursuing a further degree. But the people we're looking at are those who have quite extensive industry experiences, and they are curious about knowledge and they want to further upgrade themselves. So I think that the 4 words I put in the front is very important: the spirit, vision, knowledge, and ability. So I want to compare a little bit between the DBA, PhD, and the MBA program, because this is the question I got a lot. And definitely, there are some differences between these 3 kind of degrees. For example, between the DBA and the PhD program, some of you have mentioned about, is that the PhD program is usually taking much longer time, and it's a full-time usually. And also the focus, the aim of the program is different. For PhD program, the aim is to develop the scholars for academia, but for DBA, the aim is different. The aim is to develop business leaders who can use structured, analytical, and strategical thinking to effectively solve business and management problems. So the DBA program, the kind of research is conducted in this program is more applied oriented compared with in PhD program, we're looking at more theoretical contributions. And compared between the DBA and MBA and EME program, definitely there are differences because before you can apply for a DBA program, actually you are required to have a master's degree, either MBA or EMBA or other equivalent master degrees, preferably in business and management related subjects. And in terms of the coursework, it's also different. For PhD program, it's very focused on the structured methodology courses, while in MBA and EMBA program, it's more focusing on the domain knowledge, for example, the case studies and so on. But for DBA program, it's like kind of in between the PhD and EMBA and MBA program. We do cover the domain knowledge courses, but we do have quite comprehensive methodology courses to equip you with the useful applied skills in doing the research. Okay, so the unique features of this program, Amy just did a very comprehensive review of you know, the usual structure of the courseworks in our university and also the Master of Management courses. But the DBA program is quite unique in terms of how we structure the courses and so on. So we actually is a bilingual program because we do look into the Chinese market as well, as the slogan shown here, the best of East and West with an Asian focus. So the markets that we look for the most are of course Singapore and ASEAN markets as well as the Chinese market. So we do apply a English-Chinese bilingual methodology. So basically all the courses will be conducted in the bilingual way. So if you are also keen in learning a little bit more about the Chinese market, I think it's a good opportunity for you as well. And we have a small class size. So for each year, we will have around 15 students for each of the year, because we can't recruit too many students because we do pair each student with one faculty to supervise, and from the very starting points. And roving classes, it means that for us, it's actually not like you take one session of the course each week. We are conducting the courses in condensed mode, meaning that you will come to our campus or some overseas sites for 1 week to finish 1 to 2 classes. So it will be conducted in a condensed mode. And the reason is that because we do not only recruit the local students, we also recruit the international students, and some of the students are not stationed in Singapore. So we will need to find the common time so that everyone can fly to the same location at the same time. So so some of the international students, they cannot afford coming to Singapore every week to just take one session. So we do conduct the courses in a condensed mode. And also it's a roving classes. So the classes will not only be conducted in Singapore, it's also conducted in ASEAN countries, in China. So we do have some partners, either the university partners or the institution partners. So we will go over there and conduct courses over there, and also combine the class with the site visits, the guest speakers, and so on. So, so that's quite unique about this program. And the lifelong learning means that we do upgrade or update our courses every year. So we will always adding the most trendy and hot topics that everyone are interested in to incorporate them into the program. So when you look at the courses where we are offering now, it will be probably different from the courses we're going to offer in the second or third year. So, but as our students, you are allowed to audit other courses, even you do not choose that courses for taking 4 credits. So that's what we call the lifelong learning. You are always welcome to our classes, even you do not take it 4 credits, you just want to learn and upgrade yourself. And the flow chart of the progression. So this program is, the minimum candidature is 3 years and the maximum is 7 years. So you can take up to 7 years to complete it. It's also a part-time program. You can still work full-time and you just come to classes. So and maybe you need to apply for leave for 1 week every 1 to 2 months, and then to join our classes and do the homework afterwards. And also you need to finish one dissertation, which is very important, a key part of this program. So the first year will be mainly the basic coursework. And the second and third year, you will be focusing on the dissertation writing. But we will also provide the support and brown bag and seminars, workshops to equip you with the skills that you need to finish your dissertation. And well, you can see that in the first year, you complete the 40 CU, or you can track to the second year to finish all the 40 CU of the basic coursework. And then you will start embark on the journey of your dissertation. So you will probably need to finish the first part of the dissertation, like your motivation, why you want to do this kind of research, and why is it important, and what is your research question, and what kind of research method you are planning to do. So after you have this portion already, and after you finish the 40 CU credits, and you reach the minimum CGPA, which is 3.0, and then you'll be qualified to taking this qualifying exam. So in the qualifying exam, you will need to defend your research proposal, and if you pass the qualifying exam, you'll be confirmed as our PhD DBA candidate. And in the third year, you will just continue with whatever you were left with the first part of the dissertation, and you just continue with your work to do whatever research you propose to do, and afterwards you will get a degree. So but of course, because it's a quite long journey, I would say it's a 3 year, but compared with PhD, it's kind of short, but still it's a long journey. So we want to motivate you. So in the middle of the whole progression, after you finish the 30 CU of the whole coursework, we will still grant you a business diploma, just like a milestone. Okay, and as I mentioned, so there are basically 3 portions of the coursework. The first year will be the domain knowledge courses, plus the methodology courses, what we call the basic courseworks. So in the domain knowledge courses, it will be a full-fledged courses covering all different aspects of the business and management. But some of the courses are elective courses, so you can choose among them. And also there is a compulsory component, which is the methodology course that you need to take. So it's a 10 CU course. It's quite comprehensive. So it includes all the quantitative and qualitative research methods that it's very often used in the business and management domain. And from the second year onwards, you will start the dissertation course. So we will provide a workshop, including, the literature review workshop, and then, what kind of research our faculties are doing, kind of workshop. And we also give the students a chance to present their own work in the brown bag. So there are compulsory courses as well as the elective courses. So in a compulsory course, as I mentioned, there is the applied research in business management, which is a 10 CU course. And besides that, the BUS 601, which is a very interesting course. So it's called Contemporary Topics in Business Management. And we actually vary the topics we cover in this course every year. So in last year, the topics we covered are listed here, but every year we'll update this list. And elective courses, as I mentioned, there are full-fledged of business management domain courses for you to choose from. For example, this year we add in the inclusive FinTech, which is a hot topic that everyone is interested in. So as I mentioned previously, it's we conduct the course in the condensed mode. So you will expect to come together in every 1 to 2 months to spend a whole week together with our students from the international markets. So this is just an example of the first year course schedule, but we will give you the updated course schedule once you join our program. So you can apply for leave to plan your agenda accordingly. Some of the pictures that we've taken in last year's course. So these are the overseas immersion courses. So we did our courses in last year is mainly in China. So we did our course in Chengdu, in Hangzhou, in Nanjing, in Suzhou. Yes, and those are the industry speakers that we invited. So the student profile is like this. So on average, they have about 15 years of work experiences, and the industries they come from are quite diversified. But finance, marketing, IT, energy, education, and so on. Average age is about 45, and the highest degree, we do require a master or equivalent degrees. So our students, their background are from the EMBA, MBA, MME, master, and so on. Admission requirement. So besides the master degree requirement, but of course, if you're really not, absolutely good, exceptional, then we will probably loosen the degree requirement. Most of the cases, we do still require a master's degree. And we do require a minimum of work and management experiences. And one thing which is very important is that you need to submit a personal statement and a research proposal highlighting the research question, motivation, and how it will benefit the society and your industry, and how do you plan to conduct the research. So this is very important. So based on your research proposal, we will choose the faculty in the specific area to do the interview together. And at the beginning, when you join our program, we will pair you with the faculty in your area so that you will be more focused. Tuition fee for international students is actually 20% more than the local students. So this is the fee. Yeah. And we do provide some fee concessions. So for those people who are above 60 years old, or they are our alumni, they do get a 20% off. And Amy already covered the SkillsFuture, so that you can also use your 500 SkillsFuture, credit if you're a Singaporean, to use it to offset your tuition fee. And we do have 2 intakes a year. So we have a Jan intake and July intake. So for Jan 2021, which is the intake we're looking at, the application deadline is September 30th. So you can see my email here. So you can drop me email directly. I'm the head of program. Thank you very much.